Well, everyone, iOS 16.3 has officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone XR and see if it's worth installing. Now, this specific update actually does bring a couple of cool things to the table, but it was in a beta for a very long period of time. So if you weren't too familiar, I mean, for like several different weeks, this thing was on 16.3, the beta 1, beta 2, then the RC version that came out last week. So I'm glad we finally got this update at some point. Now, the very first thing to keep in mind is that this update does bring a couple of cool features. For one, if you are into changing your wallpapers, we are getting these new Unity wallpapers for our specific device. So this is pretty cool. If you wanted to go ahead and add a new wallpaper here, you should be able to see these new Unity wallpapers somewhere here. So you probably don't have to update to get them in general. You could always just wait until they're available online. But that's another option you have here, which is honestly pretty cool. Now, another big update within 16.3 is actually with physical security keys. So if you want to, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but for extra security, you can get these physical keys. And essentially, in order to actually activate your iPhone or to log in certain places or whatever, you will have to plug in that key to your iPhone and basically, unlock your iPhone that way. I like this method a lot. I think it works out very, very well. And it's only if you're into it. If you don't want it, if you just want to like 2FA by texting or whatever, then that's fine too. But you have that capability here, which I think is pretty cool. Now, on top of that, if you did buy one of the new, HomePods, so if you bought the HomePod second generation, you will have to be on this version of software to actually, use those AirPods. So definitely keep that in mind. Emergency SOS got an update as well, which now requires you to hold down both the side button as well as the up or down volume buttons, and then releasing in order to prevent inadvertent emergency calls. So basically, you'll have to, swipe to call whatever. So that's another thing you'll have to kind of do as well, which I think is kind of smart. This actually also fixes an issue within Freeform. So Freeform was that new application that came with the last version of software 16.2, and I'm glad they're fixing this version of software now. There were some issues with it before, but those should have been fixed by now, which again is pretty cool. So those are the main things. There's been a lot of other fixes and bug fixes. There was a horizontal line issue for the 14 Pro models that has now been fixed or addressed within this update. So if you are on iOS 16, I would probably recommend updating. There isn't really a crazy big reason not to install this update as of right now. I think it's pretty important. I think 16.2 was, getting better. But as of right now, it definitely makes the most amount of sense for people just to recommend to go to 16.3 if you're on 16. However, if you're on iOS 15, you can stay there if you want to, but 16 is waiting for you. And if your phone supports it, I would probably recommend going to iOS 16 at some point. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.